Welcome back into the Sports Source. This segment of our program brought to you by Southeast Termite and Pest Control. Temperatures cool out there. That means bugs, those that are still around, they're trying to get in. I saw a spider trying to crawl into my house today. He got the gas treatment, I'm sure, that Southeast Termite left for him. He won't make it long. Southeast Termite and Pest Control, they protect your house. They keep those critters out. And they also keep wildlife out. If you got something that's trying to burrow into your house, under your house, into your house, whatever, they can get rid of it. They can catch, they can collect, they can get rid of. Southeast Termite and Pest Control. All right, we have it's our family reunion hee-haw shot, all right? So everybody's here. I want to welcome in the next two panelists. We got back here VFL Sterling Hinton and VFL Daniel Hood back with us, broken foot and all, or injured foot and all. All right, thanks guys for being here. We are going to be kind of quick here. Everybody's going to get 30 seconds to show us your grade for Jeremy Pruitt first year, and to explain why. And I'll get us started because it looks like a lot of these grades are similar, and I want to sound like I'm going first. I'm going C-. I said 5 and 7 before the season. They went 5 and 7, so that would be a C. The minus comes from this fact. I expected this team to look better in November than it did in September, and it didn't. I didn't foresee this team getting a lot of wins at the end, but I thought they would put up more of a fight. I mean, if you look at it, Locke, Shermer, they look just like Will Greer in week 1. So I didn't see a lot of improvement. That's my minus. But does this mean he's going to be, and for all of these guys, does this mean he's going to be a success or failure moving forward? That's not what this is. This is 1 year's grade, C-. All right, Brian Randolph, let me go with you.
For his first year, I gave him a D. Anytime you finish last in the SEC, it's a fail, and the way you lost the state championship yesterday, it's a fail.
Well, fail would be an F, but all right.
I gave him a D because he came into an F- situation.
Gotcha.
You know, Butch Jones left us in a kind of a hurt place, and he did good to get 2 wins against top 25 teams, so that's why I didn't give him an F. He got a D.
Okay, D from Brian Randolph. Bob Hodge.
I gave the traditional C-. I think that if he hadn't lost so many games by the 25 points or more like
6.
he did.
Has to be the worst in Tennessee history.
That's where the minus comes in. I thought he would go 5 and 7. 5 and 7 earned you a C in my book. But the big losses, that makes it down to the minus.
You said 5 and 7 as well. Remember when 5 and 7 meant we were negative? Remember that? Sterling, so I'm going to use that all offseason. Sterling, what do you got?
C+, and it would have been a B+ be the one yesterday. Because we did beat 2 top 25 teams, but losing to Vandy, that hurts.
Okay, C+. Will Overstreet.
C-. Once again, 5 and 7 was my projection from the very beginning of this year. Talent on the field didn't let me down there. That's why I gave that projection. But, you know, the minus, just like we said, Missouri and Vanderbilt, the way you ended this season just doesn't give you a lot of hope and things to build on the offseason. You hoped that would end a little differently with the trajectory of the game and the season that gives you hope and stuff going into this spring practice. But right now, it's kind of, you're on the lowest rung.
All right, Daniel Hood, do we have a positive grade here?
I did. I went with a B, and I think it goes back to when you look at what he inherited with Butch Jones, the worst team in Tennessee football history, and then you're a first-year head coach. You come into the SEC, you do better than Arkansas's first-year head coach, and Ole Miss is, I guess, really technically a second-year head coach. Plus, you get 2 top 25 wins. I don't think there's much more he could have done besides maybe not lose by 25 points.
6 times. Okay. Jimmy, where are you going?
I'm going C-. Yeah, he lost 6 times by at least 25. Butch Jones lost 4 games by at least 25 his first year. Derek Dooley lost 3 by at least 25 his first year. Lane Kiffin lost 1 by at least 25. The other part was you got outscored 88-30 by your last 2 opponents, Missouri and Vanderbilt, neither of which was ranked. The only reason it's not a worse grade is you did beat Auburn and you did beat Kentucky.
Josh Ward, what are you doing for your grade?
I'm in the C- camp. A lot of the reasons that have been given, and what stands out as well with the negative side, those rivalry games. Against Florida at home, big build-up at night, terrible performance, lose by 26 points, blowed out by the same margin against Georgia. You remember the Alabama game. But then for it to happen against Vanderbilt, if Tennessee had had a close loss against Vanderbilt to close out the season and finish 5 and 7, I think most understand that. It's difficult to understand 38-13.
All right, we got a lot of C's. We got 1 B. We got 1 D. What do you got, Chuck?
I've got the correct grade, and that's a C-. To me, just not enough creativity offensively. And I know you were dealing with a line that might have been the worst in BCS power conferences. But when you look at the game plan and what you tried at Auburn, there just wasn't enough there. And guys, I would say that would be the glaring weakness of Jeremy Pruitt going forward, is his whole background is defense, defense, defense. I think he will only go as far as his offense and his offensive coordinator can take him bringing this thing back.
I get that, and I'm not trying to be argumentative here, but I will say this. For all the negative stuff about Ty Hilton, people wanting him gone, there were people celebrating when that report came out last night that he was gone. Was the guy calling the defensive signals, Pruitt, any better than Hilton this year?
No. No.
I mean, I get what you're saying. A lot of people don't like the offense. If you're going to get rid of the coordinators, then maybe you need to change the play caller and defense too, because I didn't think Pruitt
But
had
at
any
least
better
the
year than
play
Hilton did.
caller on defense has a resume and a background to support what he has done in the past and be part of national championships with other programs.
Good answer. Okay.
Thank you.
When we come back up next, we talk about this team's improvement with the Week 12 Vols beat the Week 1 Vols. And later, you don't want to miss mean tweets, and we're going to give you our win projections for 2019. We got a lot to come. Come on back on the Sports Source.